Alright, so I gotta make this quick. Basically, I'm just going over how my GCSEs went in like full. So like every single subject. I've got my notes here, so I might just be looking back and forth here. I've got my water bottle, and so yeah. I'm just gonna talk, and yeah, this isn't gonna be like edited or minimally edited at the very least, because it's just long, bro. So first things first, I think I've got into my sixth one, and I'm somewhat lucky in the sense that my conditional offer. So a conditional offer is kind of like if you get these grades, you can come into the sixth one, but that's pretty much what it's like for everyone, right? So our school didn't do business or economics. We did something similar to business, but it wasn't business technically. And so for these two A levels, which I picked, I actually don't need sixes in them. So for context, to get into a college or a sixth form, you need, at least for my sixth form, it's five passes, so five fours, and then sixes in the subjects you want to choose for A level. But because we didn't do these at GCSE, we don't actually need a six in them for A level because we couldn't get sixes in them for A level. And then I've chose like a third A level, but this is like subject to change. But I pretty much got into the sixth form, which is sick. And then I think I've passed everything too. So I'll just quickly start because I recorded this video before and it was like 20 minutes, but I scrapped it. And then, so I'm just re-recording it, to be honest. I'll just go through this quick. So English literature, I do AQA. I'll tell you when I don't do AQA. I mean, I'll tell you when I do. I'll tell you the exam board, and then I'll tell you if I do higher or foundation for the subjects which have that. So Jekyll and Hyde was solid. The question was about Hyde, and I just waffled for ages. I was sick. And Macbeth. Anyone who said kingship, you're an idiot. I'm just saying you're an idiot because you just are, right. It's like if you watched Mr. Everything English, you would have been fine. But you decided that you wouldn't watch Mr. Everything English, and so now you suffer the consequences. You know what I mean? So peak, innit? Like that's simply it. Obviously, should I like put the disclaimer of like obviously no disrespect. I love everyone. Shut up. I ever thought kingship was gonna be it? You were lied to. Paper two for English literature, and then spectacles. I kind of remember it being meh. I kind of remember it being meh. I don't really remember what the question was. One of them was basically like I'm pretty sure like feminism something, or and then like the other one was about the inspector. And to be honest, I had nothing to say about feminism, so I just talked about the inspector. Right, that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, yeah. Our and poetry was actually all right. For our mocks, we did Ozymandias, and we were told to compare Ozymandias to My Last Duchess. And so what came up in our exam was My Last Duchess, so I could just compare that to Ozymandias, and that was like sick. Um, yeah, it was just like because I didn't even need to use brain power like Ozymandias, King of Kings. Ooh, cold. So that was that. Unseen poetry was a bit weird because like love and relationships they had it easy because the unseen poetry was quite literally just another love and relationships thing. It was talking about like how scaffolding represented people's love. It was kind of weird, and like then another one was about like I don't even know, but like unseen poetry is weird, man. Like, ugh. I have nothing more to say about unseen poetry, to be perfectly honest. English language AQA. I didn't really know the storyline for paper one. Oh, I walked out the exam and then people were talking about hyenas. Um, to be perfectly honest, I don't really know what the hyenas were doing. All I knew is that there was a hyena, a zebra, and a human, I think. And yeah, that was it. And I just looked at like what I could pick out and use, and I just talked about it. I didn't read the thingy, the insert at all. If I think I did solid in that though. Oh yeah, and for English literature, I definitely passed. I'm gonna say that I got around a 4 or 5. Like, this isn't. When am I? Right, so for context, I'm recording this on the 4th of July. Results day is on the 24th of August, so I don't actually know what I got yet. But I think I got a 4 or 5 for English literature. I'll probably put in the description if I can be bothered, like the predictions that I made, and then we can look back together on results day and see what I got. I've also got like my mock. I took a picture of like my mock results from January 2023. We're still in 2023. I took a picture from January, and yeah, I just wasted too much brain power talking about this. Question 5. One sec. Water break. For question 5, I talked about an unloved dog. That was pretty much it. I talked about an unloved dog who was in the pet store for like 3 years, just alone. Like, no one loved it. Like, it literally saw every other dog leave the pet store, and that was the only one left. And it was like, imagine like, you know, like how homeless dogs would look, for example. It kind of looked like that. That's how I tried painting the picture. And then after like a couple years, a human finally goes to order it, but it's like so depressed that it doesn't even go out because it's so sad. Because I was gonna cry midway through, but then I thought I can't cry because people around me will get the wrong message. You know what I mean? So the dog is so sad it doesn't even like go out of its cage because like it just doesn't think it's gonna be ordered, bro. And then like the dog actually realizes, like, oh wait, there's me. I'm gonna be ordered. so it's like dead happy. And then I actually like my story a lot. I was gonna cry, but like I say, it's like, imagine if like you were the guy sat next to me and I just started crying midway through my exam. You wouldn't think I'm crying because of a story. You think I'm crying because I'm clapped. So that was that. I used Mr. Everything English's Amazon package storyline for that, and that was solid. Paper 2 was about trains. Didn't really care, to be honest. And then question 5, I became Greta Thunberg. If you took AQA English Language Paper 2, you know, like, you just had to be a climate change activist. It was like, cars are comfortable, convenient, and something else. But we should make, like, public transport cheaper, like, faster and stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, I agree. I couldn't care less about that subject, to be honest. If you want to use a car, I had a car I got dropped off at school every single day. And I'm like, yeah, cars are the worst thing. I made up some crazy statistic, like cars are like contribute to 75% of like the carbon dioxide emission. I was waffling. Overall, I think for English language, we're looking at a solid, I want to say a 5. So I think I got 5s in my English. You know, I'm going to write that down on the script. Yeah, just give me a quick sec, bro. Prediction 5, and then I'll just like copy and paste that everywhere. So for language and literature, both are 5, and now we get to maths. Higher maths for AQA. So for paper 1, Joel was 8 years old, and if you didn't get that, where was it? How did you not get like Joel was 8? Like come on, man. Where you like? Nah, cause I don't really remember the question, but I remember one of my friends. They were like, oh, how old was Joel for you? And I was like, oh yeah, he's 8 years old. And I was like, oh, I got 101. How'd you get 101? Where did that come Bro, so Joel was 8, and paper 1, so non-calculator, was actually a solid paper. Because I don't really like non-calculator papers, because obviously like there's no calculator, and it's like I just hate using brain power for things I know I could just type in on Google. So yeah, and then paper 2 and paper 3, they were solid. The A-level calculator was actually a send, bro. Because I'll be honest, I remember there was one question, and the working out, it did not correlate with the answer that I got from this whatsoever. I still wrote down the answer. Basically, I did a ton of working out. It's just like scribbled all over the page. And I didn't even know the answer. So I just entered it on my calculator, and I just like got an answer, and I just wrote it down, to be honest. I don't even know. I'll probably, if I get marks for that, I'd actually be surprised. And then paper 3, same thing. But paper 3, I'm telling you, was light work. Like, like I remember everyone walked out that exam, and it was like, it's light work. Paper 3 for maths is always like the easiest maths paper, at least in my opinion. It's just the easiest one. So all around, maths was solid, and A-level calculators came in clutch. A prediction, oh, I want to say a 6 or a 7. I'm gonna say a 6 or a 7, because you know what, I'm feeling good about that. Like, I'm feeling lucky, bro. Like, you know what, yeah, you know what, maths was solid. And as well, with the maths, like the grade boundary, like at least in higher, like foundation has it hard, but like the grade boundaries are low. Like, could you imagine in higher maths to pass, all you need is 12 marks in each paper or something like that. Like for a 4 in one paper, it's like you need like how many marks? It's not much, bro. It's not hard. It's like foundation maths is actually harder than higher maths. I won't even lie, because I looked at some of the foundation papers. It was not looking good. Physics, so higher physics AQA. So I did triple science, and it was basically a maths exam again. Honestly, like if you took the triple science physics higher, you know what I'm talking about, because it literally just like what equation links da da da, and like we already had the equation sheet, so we could just use that, which was, it literally said use the equation sheet. So if you flop that, you're an idiot. I might have made a mistake, but like I probably didn't, because like I'm smart. So it was like, what equation links this, and then under it would just be like, okay, now use that equation, and it was solid. So that was that. But the practicals, nah, I don't even remember the practical. I won't even lie, but I know I got the practical completely wrong. I know, like, for most of the science exams, I got the practicals wrong entirely. Like when we go on to biology, like I'll just tell you a story. And paper 2, I've just put here, like, the last questions were weird. Oh yeah, I remember these last questions. They were weird. Like, they were some unknown objects I've never seen before. So I was so confused. And then it started asking me questions at like 4 marks. I gave up, to be honest. And then there was one where it's like you had to draw a graph. And to be perfectly honest, I didn't know what I was talking about. So I just went. I literally just went like that. If I got the marks, I got the marks. If I didn't, it was like 1 mark anyway, so it doesn't matter. Physics, I want to say around a 5 or a 6. 5 or 6. We'll be generous. Alright, chemistry. This one was good. So for all of my sciences, I did higher, by the way, and they're all AQA. Paper 1, this was coming in clutch. Basically, I think I don't even know how or who knew, but basically we ended up asking our teacher about the practical, not knowing if it'd be on the test or not. We just asked about a practical, and then she gave us the steps to the practical. We walked into the exam, we opened like the first page, and we see it's there, And I was so happy because that's like 6 marks, and like 6 marks is the difference between a grade. So like I was gasped, bro. Like, yeah, yes, nah, bro. Because when I saw that, it was the exact thing, and I just wrote all the steps down. Oh, beautiful, mate, beautiful. So that was like the highlight. Paper two. Yeah, I don't really remember it. I don't have any like emotions tied to it, so I don't know. Altogether for chemistry, we're looking at a 6. I'd say a 6. Like, you know what? Me on results day is gonna look back at this and think that I'm stupid. Um, yeah, because like he might just look at this and think, nah, bro, like you're clapped. You could never. Right, biology. So this is also AQA. For paper one, the highlight of this was that I wrote the wrong practical completely. Do you know like how you get the wrong practical, but it's within like the same paper? Nah, I nah. I wrote a paper two practical in paper one. And so like it was, I don't even know what the practical was about. It was like athletes or something. So I thought, okay, the ruler dropping experiment. So I'm talking about rulers dropping. It's not even supposed to be on that paper. And yeah, that's all I can remember. But then everything else, it was like asking about the gradient in that paper too. That was weird, man. So it's I don't know about that paper. And then paper two, yeah, the last question was weird. So this was just, how long have we been recording? Sorry, mate. Right, 17 minutes solid. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Right, yeah. So biology paper two is like the last question was about like evolution, and I just couldn't be bothered. When I was reading it, I was just like, I don't care. Like I don't. I just want to go home. I don't care anymore, man. It's like, it, who cared? Who actually cares, man? Like no one. I don't. I want to stop recording this video because of that paper. So we're just gonna skip it. Prediction. I don't even know. I hate biology with a passion, by the way. And it's talking about like when I was revising for this, right? It's like oh no, we're not talking about it. It's like plants and like how they grow if sunlight's here and gravity's here. Oh, I don't care. We're saying that like biology is a 5, I think. Right, Spanish foundation AQA, and so that means the highest I can get is a 5. Speaking, this one This one was good, man. This one was good. Hold on, let me drink some water because my throat's getting dry. Sorry, just look at how long I've been recording for. Also, if you're wondering, these are just like blue light blockers because I'm gonna go to sleep soon. So speaking, like my mum watches these videos, so like she's gonna see this too. But basically, I just revised the day before, and I came out solid. So like, yeah, I revised the day before, and I used like Anki. I'm not like sponsored or anything. I don't know if I have to like tell you if I'm sponsored, so I'm just gonna say I'm not. Anki is like a flashcard app, and it like helps. It does like nerdy stuff to help you like remember the thing. And yeah, I literally just did that the day before. Woke up, did it again, and then I went into the exam, and I did solid. I think I got around in the 50s out of 60, so that was solid. And then reading, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Yeah, not reading, man. But listening, listening was easy. Like listening is the reason there's a difference between higher Spanish and foundation Spanish. Because I'll be so real, like listening was easy, bro. Like you could do that with no knowledge of Spanish, and you could probably like at least get half marks. So it was just straightforward. And then writing was solid, but the photo card actually tripped me up because it was like this girl was having her birthday in it with her family, and it was like I knew what I wanted to see, but I didn't know how to say it in Spanish, so I just had to give up. You know what I mean? It's like learned helplessness. I was just looking at it. It's like I know what I need to do, but I can't do it. So it was a bit peak. Overall, we got we definitely got a 4. Either a 4 or a 5. I think I'll say 4 to be safe. Right, we're almost near the end actually, and my camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna go through this quick. So enterprise and marketing, that's like OCR, like / Cambridge and National. Paper 1, I didn't do the resit. Well, not paper 1, they're the only paper. I didn't do the resit, and then it was just easy, but this was the first exam that I took, and for some reason I got a bit nervous and before the exam, so I had to go to the toilet, not to like poo, so like relax. I just had to like wee. But the thing is, I didn't actually need to wee. So I know this is like going into detail and everyone's like, I didn't need to wee. So like it was just like little, like, you know, when little trickles. This is weird talking. I didn't know this was gonna go in this direction. But like little, like basically little trickles. And it was like I was just looking. I was thinking, does my willy work? So, and then I just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna have to walk into the exam. And when I sat down and I actually started writing, it was solid because there's like a whole like section, like 16 marks, which are just multiple choice. So that was solid. I'm gonna go on quickly, just like plug in and charge the camera, because if it dies, it basically means that I've got to re-record this whole thing and I cannot be bothered because it's way too close to bedtime. So, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna charge it real quick. Alright, I'm just charging it now, but like I'm gonna have to like get the angle a bit closer to like, it's a bit weird. So right now I can talk comfortably. So I'm just plugging this one in. So it's the first, yeah, it's the first exam. So I was a bit nervous, like, can you blame me? And then the coursework, I'm like this is the only thing that I did coursework on, right? But this honestly like made me like this ruined like everything. Like I hate coursework with a passion. Like I don't think if you don't do coursework, like you're so lucky because like you can see like the emotion. I hate coursework, man. It's so annoying. Like you gotta talk so much about like why a business prices something instead of £14, they use £13.99. How can I talk so much about that, bro? It's not. Oh. Nah, I need to go. Like, yeah, I'm never doing coursework again. Like, I genuinely like pick some of my like if my A level had coursework in, I'd actually find an alternative A level to do. I just hate coursework. So that's like my 2 cents about enterprise and marketing. So that's, by the way, just so you know, that's kind of like business. Oh yeah, for the predictions, we're gonna say P2. So it's weird. It's in like M2, P2, R2, D2. So like, you know what I mean. Computer science, OCR. So paper 1, I remember that being good. I remember it was a question about like CCTV and like if a superstore should use it. And I thought they just did that anyway, so I just waffled really. And then yeah, there's funny memes around that. So and then paper 2. Honestly, I didn't find this too difficult, but a lot of people like wanted to kill through it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like stupid, but obviously when when you're wearing blue light blockers and like you just got this level of like pajama attire, you just can't be stupid. So I'm just clearly better than everyone else, and like they're all idiots. So I didn't find this too difficult, and to be honest, I just wanted to quit the subject because I hated it because it was just like annoying. Like it was just difficult for no reason. Obviously, like if you're there thinking, "Oh, Alfie thinks he's better than everyone," shut up. You're an idiot. Like you are like one of the people that like you're just an idiot. So Hold on, let me drink some water. In all seriousness, computer science paper 2 was, I didn't like it that much. And then, but afterwards, I got to stop doing the subject, and as well, like our school gave us like Krispy Kremes if we gave back the textbook. My textbook was in like crystal clear condition because I never touched the textbook. Honestly, like the teacher gave it me. I was like, I'm not even. I knew from day one that I was not gonna touch this book. It was opened across the 2 years. It was opened like 3 times. So that was that. For the prediction, computer science, I'll say I got a 5. Yeah, computer science a 5. And now we're on the last one. How long have I been recording for? 25 minutes. That's cool. You know, I've actually went through this a bit quick, which is nice, because I thought this was going to be like an hour long. Ari, so I did EdXL, Ari, and I did Christianity and Islam. I don't really remember these two, to be honest, because these are like right at the start. But I just knew I was waffling, and if I didn't know anything, for Christianity, I'd be like, love thy neighbor, or like Jesus said it. And then for Islam, it'd be like, it's one of the 99 names of Allah. And then I just did that, and oh yeah. For Ari, I don't really know what to say about this. So for Ari, ooh, what are we saying? Because I don't want to downplay myself. Because I remember, like, for the marks, I got a 5, but it's literally 1 mark off a 6. And, we'll say a 5 for that as well. So, I don't know actually. Like, let me look at all of my predictions. Yeah, that's solid actually. I don't really know what else to say. I'm gonna be like releasing a full like study, like depending on when you're watching this. It's like I'm gonna try and make a studying guide and like picking your GCSEs and stuff. I've done a lot of work and I'm like I'm really proud of it. So hopefully, excuse me, you see that in the future. God, I feel like a YouTuber when I say, "Oh, I'm releasing a full." Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I'm just at this point. I'm just wasting your time, and yeah, it's almost 28 minutes. I'm gonna probably like timestamp this stuff and whatever. Like, if you like found this enjoyable, just like subscribe or like share this to someone who might as well enjoy it. I'm tired and it's almost my bedtime, so I'm gonna go to bed, and you should probably go to bed too because I know you're watching this a bit late.